Hey, let me do a voice check. Testing one, two, three. Can everybody hear me okay? Hey, folks, had some outside factors. I had to leave Ponte Vedra and come north to Georgia, and then I had to balance it with the storm that was coming there, which will be through tomorrow. Then I'll be back tomorrow. But I'm up here at one of my friend's house in Georgia, and then, like I said, I'll go back home tomorrow, hopefully, if the weather's good. It sounds good. I think we'll get started. Let's see if I can move the slide. Yeah, there we go. There's risk involved in trading, a very high degree of risk involved in trading. I always tell people past performance is not indicative of future results. Now, folks that don't know me, I'm a former Air Force officer, been an active trader since the 70s, former member of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Notice to say former. Author of 3 books, Winning the Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. These books provide what we used to call a trilogy of knowledge for people, and I think that's good. And no, Eric, everything's cool. Everything's cool. At DTI, we help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. Now, if I'm trying to encourage people to join my YouTube channel, I think it's really built up very nicely since we just started it this year. And you can go to youtube.com/@tbuzztnt and get part of it. I think people really like it. Any comments about the YouTube channel we can share with other people before I move on? William says it's awesome. I think it's great training. I think the subjects in there is pretty neat. And I click that bell, we'll notify you. We get every at least once or twice a week you get invited to special events. And Henry says it's up 24/7. Go there at your leisure. This is something I advise people to do. Print this slide off and use it if you're trying to understand options. We also have customer service slide. We've done a lot of great things, and I'm really happy about it. Monday through Friday from 10 to 1. If you got questions, okay, uh, you can go there and get your answers. Now, this is a little test we put together. I'm going to start rotating these tests from time to time, but if you haven't taken this, take the test and just test your knowledge. Anybody here taking the test? There's stuff you thought you knew you didn't know, right? Yeah, that's the way it always is when you take a test. In my opinion, I think the market, this is my opinion, I think the market is under a lot of pressure. And I showed people last week through the website predicted.org how you could recognize that was coming. And so if you get a chance, write that website down, go check it out. But it follows, it's real money being bet on the presidential election. And it turned on July the 30th when the market turned south. So it's very interesting to follow that. And you ought to follow it, especially here in the month of August. Okay. Now, at the Seven Sisters right now, you got the E-mini down to 10. You've got the NASDAQ only at 7 for the year. Remember how strong the NASDAQ was, almost up 20% at one time? So you've had quite a pullback from the highs. The Magnificent Seven are no longer magnificent. The DAX up about 4. Gold is very strong. I don't know if you're looking at gold. Gold has done very well during these periods of unrest. Crude is pulled back now. It's up 2.98%, and bonds are positive for the year. For the first time in about 4 years, bonds are positive. We've been in a substantial downtrade until when I declared it was the trade of the decade to be short. It was at 150. went down, made lows, and now it's reversing. I think there's a play in TLT. Now my schedule for the week, Monday, uh, we're not going to have Monday's old school. What we're going to do instead, okay, is if I get a trade, I'll put it out. I'm sort of out of whack, and so I'm not going to do the schedule I originally thought I would do. So Monday is just basically just stay, check your, check TNT and check things like that. But we'll move it and pick it up later. Monday is sort of out for doing things on Monday. Okay. Tuesday, I'll do connect the dots at 3 o'clock. That's a change. Okay. At 3 o'clock, I will do connect the dots on Tuesday afternoon. That's not at our normal time. I'll be driving back from Georgia. Okay. Wednesday, we have a live in-person foundations class. That night, I'll do Wednesday on the web, as always. And then Thursday, I have a foundations class. And then I have a 3 p.m. futures class on Thursday afternoon at 3. Okay. Friday, I have a 10 a.m. flash and a 3 p.m. flash, a double hitter on Friday. Okay. And so the foundation class is a small class we put together after Sawgrass. The next one I'll be doing is December the 2nd. Just check with Barbara at DTI Trader or Andraka at DTI Trader or Mike if you got any questions about it. Now, this is the SPX. What is this telling us? This is telling us the range of the SPX since the first of the year, okay? And if you take the high and low, 55.65, and you take the low of 46.82, this year, that's the market in real terms. You will notice that a high was made, okay? A high was made in July, and then we tested that high in August in the first 2 days, and then we started coming down. Now, this is the way I rate the market right now, and it's probably the most significant rating I've given. I've got Apple less than 224. It's bearish. These are pivot numbers for these stocks. Amazon less than 189 is bearish. And I gave you the high and low. By the way, if Amazon breaks 160.40, I'd get short. Microsoft less than 420. NVIDIA less than 117.5, bearish. Meta is bearish. Google is bearish. And I gave you the trigger number where you could take a trade. The SPY is bearish. The QQQ is bearish. Y'all see a trend here I'm talking about? In summary, you got to be very careful here in August, and I gave you a number. Notice that TLT I've got is bullish. Everybody see that? TLT. Okay. Bonds are bullish. Anytime a market stays down as long as this one has, and you get a reversal like we've had, there's a play there. There'll be a play in TLT this week. And there's the numbers for the 10 tickers laid out for you. I think it's pretty valuable information. Now the good part. Let's talk about the good part. Y'all ready for the good part? How many people thought the success of old school was off the charts? How many people liked my 25-cent trader? What I decided to do is teach a class in August about the 25-cent trader, which is really becomes a powerful find time for a dime. Now, think about this. I've been around a long time. I think and see a lot of things. What I try to do when I can get, when I when I get something like this, I want to teach it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do during August. This career change of looking at long calls and long puts. How many people like to trade options, long calls and long puts? How would you like to know all the criteria, all the background to our highly successful 25-cent trader? I'm going to teach it in the month of August, thanks to that quarter. These low price options, some that cost as little as a quarter, some that cost as little as a dime, can give you a huge opportunity that most traders don't look at. I didn't look at it. So it's pretty powerful. These 25-cent options work especially well at times when most traders struggle or lose their shirts. What did we make this week on one? 122, 122%, think? I'm talking about the five economic reports. I'm going to give you the background data. That's what this class is going to be about inside these reports, that you'll know how to frame each economic report you're going. How valuable would that be to have that? How valuable would be to do what we did during the Fed meeting? Pretty valuable, isn't it? I'm going to give you all the criteria. The earnings reports that come out, things I look for. And these opportunities are tradable, and I will show you probably two phases. Why we pick a certain ticker, why we pick the expiration date that we do, the price that we pick, and the targets we pick. Now, people heard me talk about 25-cent options all along, and or you're part of the program. Top traders have a lot of stories. Look what old Jim said. T-Bucks. I love making money with those 25-cent trades, especially when they double or even quadruple, as one did recently. I look forward to many more. That's what you want to hear from customers. Or Carlos. 1 week ago, he did a 25-cent trade, sold it for $1.25, 5x his investment. A lot of money. Or Laura, she had $2,200 profit in a day. Now, if you're out there and you've been losing money, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to have some existing portfolio positions in the month of August with what this market's doing, I'm going to teach you how to take advantage of it. That's what this class is about. These winning trades from our live tracker, there's one right there, 10 cents, turns out at 12 and 13. Another 10-cent trade. I like to find time for a dime. 11 to 14. I've got people here that love making these type trades. Now I'm going to teach them how to make it on their own. Now, the fundamentals behind the way I set up, I never taught it, but it's so successful, I've got people wanting to know. So we're going to make a class in August about this. Until now, I'm introducing the 25-cent option class. Class is built from the ground up to give you the knowledge and experience to start finding these trades yourself, finding the trade, which ticker to use, how much of an expiration you want, what price, target, all you need to find trades on your own to maximize this experience. Playing the market, when to play it, when not to play it. How I time things using the S&P and the NASDAQ future. In part 2 of the class, we'll teach you how to take that time and technique, and you'll know when to add and when to subtract. Explosive results and the success we have, I've got to document it with a class, and that's what I'm going to do in August. 12 to 14, 10 to 13, 10 to 20 and 29. That was this week's, wasn't it? 122% this week. Now, I'll throw some application and trading with you, live events where you can see me do it. if we do, these live classes associated with this will be good. Each week in August, we have a planned time and period to teach and expand your knowledge every week. Expect to have 3 or 4 live sessions to teach and to trade at the end. Now, we sold the 25-cent program for $22.47, and you heard how that's going. I'm confident to teach you the secret sauce behind the trades. Don't you want to know? Don't you really want to know how I'm able to pull those rabbits out of the hat? Well, you're going to get your chance. 2 special bonuses. The quarterback discount, access to masterclass at a quarter of the recommended price, just $561 for the class. Learning this, you could use it for the rest of your career, but let's make it even better. The first 4 trades, scholarship trades, we're going to knock it off, and I'm going to sponsor the 4 trades, but knocking off an additional $100. Only available if you take the class to the first people that take it. It's only available to the first date of class. Recap. I'm going to find the trades for you, teach you how to find them. I'm going to show you how to time it. I'm going to show you how to apply it and trade it. And all the recordings and materials will be yours. $461 will be the price until the first class. Join the class. Get educated. 904-416-1776 or go to dtitrader.com/25cents. So the question is asked, why are these trades so great? Okay. Why are they so great? Because it gives you the ability to leverage and scale with a small account. That's why people love it. Will I record the classes? Yes. Will there be live trading? Of course, I'm not going to spend all this time with you teaching without showing you how it works. When is our first class? Join the 25-cent option class tonight. I'll announce the first class once we fill the number of slots we're going to open. That's that simple. Now, any questions about getting joined? I would like to start the first class for this. The first of next week's what I'm thinking. Yes, this Christine, this is outside the service. This is something pretty good. The link's not working. Adam, they said you got it fixed. You got to copy and paste it. Adam's working. He'll get it fixed. Hold off, folks. Hold off.
Working for me. 1 second.
Copy
I'm
and
not
paste.
sure.
Refresh your don't have to redo their browser or what do you call it? Browser.
Yeah, sometimes it just kind of. Here you go. Try this one. The short link, sometime if the website messes up, it kind of messes up the short link. So there's the long link.
There's a long link. Click it. Is that working? There are online classes. Great question. They'll be online, and I'll do one each week in August. No, it's not, Eric. This is something special I'm doing. This is inside the boardroom. Yeah, the live trading, when I teach, I'll do the live trade if we have a setup there. I'm going to show you a couple phases how to do this, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it on Monday, John. I'm going to do it on Tuesday. The class is going to be on Tuesday. And next week I'll have 2 classes since I can't do one this Tuesday, okay? Thomas, would you prefer? I'd rather do it during the day, probably about 10 o'clock on Tuesday, after that first 30 minutes. That way we can have plenty of opportunities. It starts at 10, Sandra, and will last no more than an hour. Yeah, John, I'm gonna teach the find time for a diamond here also. That's the big bonus. It wasn't in the slides, but I plan on teaching both the 25-cent trade and the find time for a dime. My favorite, of course, is the find. Yeah, 10 Eastern on Tuesday. First class will be offered Tuesday week, and I don't know how many they're going to take, but take this offer tonight and you get everything with it in the class. Got any questions? Call 904-416-177. No, this does not include the service. The service is totally separate. This is the knowledge that makes the service. And I'm doing it because I've had so many people just ask me so much about the 25 cents. This is just a class. Scott, you wasn't here to listen. I said I had to rearrange the futures class to Thursday at 3, okay? Because I had an unexpected deal. Actually, here's what I had happen. I had one of my great friends from high school. He died Sunday, and I came up for the funeral tomorrow. So I had to move my whole schedule around. Lifelong friend of mine. No, I'm gonna head back. I'm heading back to Ponte Vedra Beach tomorrow. And I had to leave early because of that storm to get out of there. No problem. Yeah, if you can't get anybody to talk to, put your name and email and phone number there, and somebody will call you when they get caught up. The phones are off or working. But no, I typically don't move my schedule around, but I did have to do Monday that way. I'll be on the road coming back, but I'm still, all the alert services will be functional. I got Jonathan to get that out. Thanks, Fred. Yeah, we'll record everything. All the sessions will be recorded. I like to record the classes. That way I can go back and look exactly how I taught something, okay, if I hear things. Thanks, Monica. Thanks. Y'all are sweet. I think the market is did everybody see my how I have the market right now? Because we're so severe below the month open, you can't play this market to the long side. Hey, that's a great question. Somebody said, how will this be good for me? How would this good me if I teach you how to do it? Because you'll be able to create other opportunities rather than the ones I just give you. That's called real education. I believe in educating my students. That's why I started DTI many years ago. I think we've been pretty good at it too. Market's making new lows right now, isn't it? Woo. Any other questions about the class? Adam, are they going to limit the number of people in the class? I don't think they put the limit on there. Do not hesitate by taking this deal, okay? Do not hesitate. Thank everybody for joining. You'll get your money's worth for sure. And 8/13, Sandra, 8/13 is the first day. Don needs a call, okay? The class for the beginners is starting Wednesday. I'll be back. Hey, remember the pocket puts we had? Did y'all know on the pocket puts that we'd rid off? Okay. Remember we stayed short though? So y'all gonna have a good Monday, aren't you? Jonathan will take care of that tomorrow when we look at it. If it's still down. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay. I hope I answered everybody's questions. Uh, the class for the beginner, this one's sold out, John. The next one, put your name and email. The next one's December the 2nd is my next foundations class. Adam, I think I'm gonna sign off. You might keep it open if and Jonathan, y'all could answer any questions.
Sounds good, T-Buzz. We will do that.
I thank everybody for being here. I will do, by the way, I will update you throughout tomorrow about the market through the services. Jonathan will put the words out once. I'll still be doing that. Okay. Won't slow us down. All right. See you.
Hey, John, the first class will be next Tuesday. And Patrick, in about an hour, if you go to the same link you used to join, the recording will be up.